Good evening, or whatever time of day it is where you are. It's kind of evening where I'm at. Figured get back to some Hero of Dreams. We are on Chapter 2. The Sail Away from Home. Oh, I have to go through the whole cutscene again. Hope he doesn't give me the key again. Heard it. Okay, good. If you would have given me the key again, that'd have been a real problem. My sister Patty went on adventure too. She went up to Mount Frost in search of some star map. Oops, I just slashed at him. Because NPC detection is a thing. Still really creeped out by these eyes here. I know they're supposed to be like cups or bowls, but every time I see a quest use them, it's always like, ugh, just unsettling. Time must work differently in Hyrule. Like, the days are just flying by. Still love the sword scabbard on the back, that's pretty cool. Well, I have a raft. Time I make use of it. Several hours later... I collect cuckoo books. I heard there was one east of here in Vola Cave. I'd go there myself and get that one, but the cave is pretty rough for a person like me. Could you bring me that one? Pretty please, the cherry on top? Oh, snakes! The snakes! Piats. At least we have an overworld theme that I've never heard before. That's kind of cool. To the far west, Autumn Town. To the east, the route to Palm Island. Oh, we have a spacebar map! Yay! That makes me happy. Welcome to Hyrule, kid. If you ever go to Windy Peak, you should go see Randy. He's a huge fan of swords, as I can see you are. Good Chrono Trigger music selection. Or Chrono Cross, I'm sorry. Chrono Cross, which also a game that does not get nearly enough love in my opinion. It tends to get a lot of hate on it because it's not Chrono Trigger, but I don't know, I really enjoy the game a lot. Welcome, young hero. I see that you are in need of some magic. Well, I have some good news for you. I can save a bunch of money on my raft insurance by switching. 7 sisters across Hyrule will give you magic upgrades. Look for the fairy statues on your travels and you will find my sisters. Yay, I can use magic now. Actually, I could use magic before, but I also know how to get more magic now. Ah, Vola Cave. That's where the Cuckoo Book was supposed to be. I don't know if it was there or near there. I know I just was told that, but if you've ever watched me play games before, you should know that paying attention is not exactly one of my strong suits. Shenanigans there. If you look at where I jump across on the map, I change locations. Interesting. That is a really sad, skinny-looking cow. Hasn't rained here in such a long time. If it doesn't rain soon, my animals certainly won't make it through the season. Is there no hope at all? Please let it rain. Kind of creepy-looking horses that don't move at all. Lona Ranch as opposed to Lon Lon Ranch. I just feel terrible for the skinny-ass cow here. That's just sad. This is horrible. The ranch is dying off because of the lack of rain. My poor daughter Mal has been standing outside praying for some rain for days now. If only someone would tell her Ian, the windmill keeper, about this. However, no one can get through his windmill. If you know the song of storms for me, please come back here and play the song. It'll give me something grand if you do. Okay, so we have to go meet Ian, the windmill keeper. Just some interesting shenanigans there with the way it transitions you from one area to another without trying to tell you that. Golden Swamp, Hyrule Castle, and Death Mountain. Moblin Forest to the east. Okay, that's where I needed to go, I believe. Oh, there's our mandatory old man poking out of the mountain. It was only a matter of time before he showed up. You're looking to climb Death Mountain? Actually, yes I am. So tell me how. With the white sword from Golden Swamp, slash the switch above here. Be careful up there. You don't want to get burned. Alright, so I gotta go to Golden Swamp to find the white sword still. Golden Swamp was somewhere up north here, I remember I was told. Hyrule Castle and Citadel, and then the swamp to the east. I'm sorry, but Citadel's under lockdown by order of King Hyrule. No one enters, no one leaves. Fine, but all of you are butts. Bunch of butts. Book of Flamo? The Book of Flamo and the Gippo wand will reveal the way. I gotta burn that bush, yes, I see. I could have seen that on screen, though. Message that might as well have just read, come back later. Aha! I always love that spinning heart piece animation. This overworld music is pretty badass. Flute recorder whistle. We got frogs again. Oh, all the enemies sort of exploded from that one point. Hey guy, I'm Vinny. I used to be the owner of BWW, but that stupid MBW had to come mess everything up. Oh, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Ah. Anywho, there is a heart piece to the south here. To get it, you'll have to have a boomerang and a step ladder. Like, that's kind of a mild pet peeve. I don't know. I always would rather the restrictions be shown through some form of gameplay, such as maybe if you see a restriction of some kind, like let's say a switch that you don't know how to activate, but maybe you need, be like, oh, maybe I need the hammer for that. That's always more interesting to me than you should come back here with the hammer later. It's just a personal preference, but I always rather learn through gameplay as opposed to learn through exposition. At the core of Golden Swamp is Frodo's Hide. This is a legendary place where a blade was set down, a white sword. Only skilled warriors can get through the hide to get to the blade. To get there, head up the hill. You will have to solve a couple of puzzles first, using the arrow and then using the candle. See, like that. I mean, I would rather just not have a cave here, and then come up here and find, like, oh, I can't get through here, obviously, without having some things I don't have. I don't know, I don't like that style of explanation. It probably comes across as nitpicky, but it does make a difference to me. Oh good, I wanted to make sure they didn't do damage, but I didn't want to die in the process, but sometimes experimentation has its costs. And in this case, it might be my own demise. Did I go up here already? Yes, I did. Alright, so we don't have any reason to be here yet because we don't have the arrow and the other thing that he said I needed. Which I have immediately forgotten. Arrow and something. I'll come back here and have the arrow. Maybe I'll have both. Typically, most games after level 2 or 3 is when you're able to get the white sword, so... Oh boy. I'm Anna, one of the psychic sisters of this land. This week I'm doing a special on the locations of the various fairy fountains. Mandy of Autumn Town does completely different secrets, though. Her flair for dramatic never gets in the way of her reading. I'm good. I'll find this shit on my own. This is also another pet peeve of mine. This is, again, very much personal preference, but I really don't like the fact that we're using tree tops down here as a border when I can walk behind these tree tops. It comes across as very graphically inconsistent. I just personally think that if you're going to apply layering rules to things like trees and such, it should be applied consistently. I don't want to have to guess as to what's a barrier and what's not. And I know in that case you could also make the argument, well, it's clearly the bottom of the screen's obviously supposed to be a barrier. While I get where that's coming from, I would rather not have to even consider it. It's not too dissimilar from having an invisible boundary somewhere in a game. Hello, young warrior. Did you know that you can fight your main enemies as much as you like? Their spirits never leave. And we can all thank... Yeah. Yes, thank you, Shoelace. I like being able to go refight bosses. Actually, that is kind of cool. If you really enjoy a boss, being able to go refight them. My question is, and I don't know if there'll be an answer given at any point, but is that because of issues that were being ran into in terms of trying to get these fights to resolve? Since they're always being teleported to a different map, or is that actually because of design? Is limitation or design, basically. Wow, I'm getting my ass kicked by these stupid Dekus. Oh. Forest music from Super Mario World, always a good choice. I do always like when, given the fact there's both a slow and fast version of, like, the Octrox and such, that people decide to reskin them so they can use them in a different area and make them feel unique. I've always liked that. I believe that's 2 heart pieces. I am halfway on my way to having a 6th heart. I'm not sure if I checked behind the statue. Ah, stranger, let me tell you a nice little secret. Sit a while and stay a while and listen. There's a hidden switch in the grass to open the gate to the Wandering Tree. Thanks, Kane. Is that the switch? That's just a shortcut. Does it remain? Good, okay. Mayor Wraith. Sorry, Wraith said no visitors are allowed since the Malbud stole his great gem. He only talks to people he trusts. I don't know, I just don't trust anyone named Mayor Wraith. Okay, need the ability to buy potions, obviously. Oh, what unique and interesting items did they sell here, I wonder? Well, you have money to spend, so why not spend it here? Because I don't wanna! You can't make me! Tori, oh Tori, I left the most beautiful girl in the world at Autumn Town. I miss her so I do. I have to do some research on the shooting star. I see what you're doing here, Shoelace. That's cute. Billy and Tori. For those of you who are not wrestling fans, there is a couple of wrestlers named Billy Kidman and Tori Wilson that are married in real life. That's what that's a joke of. See, the humor doesn't always connect with me in this game so far, but there have been little moments like that that I really appreciate. And that's probably just my personal preferences and tastes, not really a knock against the game by any stretch of the imagination. Just personal taste. I never have an issue with in-jokes being in a game. I understand a lot of them also come from, like, development, and that's fine. I can understand how that happens. Okay. So Still gotta find the Wandering Tree. Every room doesn't have to be too wide. Oh, we got Donmore here again. Well, it took you a while to get here. The other heroes would have gotten here a lot faster than you did. I risked my life to get here, and this is the thanks I get? What do you want, Donmore? For you to continue your quest, it is not over yet. You must get the other remaining pieces of the Triforce of Courage. How many more are there? 7, one of which is here in Treetop Village. We are not alone in waiting for the wanting the Triforce pieces. The Dark Army is also gathering the Triforce pieces while they attack the city of Fulton. I had a dream where these Dark Army guys were attacking a place called Fulton. You foretold this? I don't know, but my dreams have been so lifelike lately. Maybe that, or you can see the you can see the future, or some sort of vision. Either way, we'll have to do more research on this matter. Just remember to tell me your dreams. So what's Triforce, anyways? The Triforce is the most powerful object in the universe. I do not know all of the details, but legend has there were 3 goddesses that made this world. They left behind the Triforce behind to balance everything. The Triforce made of 3 parts, standard Zelda stuff. Yep. Grant wishes. You can wish for anything, no matter how good or bad. An honest man's hand could ask for peace and make the world a wonderful place, but evil man can bring chaos to the world, like the King of Thieves, Ganondorf. He had the Triforce power and almost took the other 2 pieces, but the Hero of Time prevailed, and Ganon was sent to another dimension. That legend is the legend of the Hero of Time, a link to your bloodline. There are many other legends of your ancestors, most of them resolve around the Golden Triangles. Look at your hand. My hand! It's glowing! That is proof that you are the Mayor Wraith is the next Triforce piece. Go to his house and ask him for it. I'm sure he will give it to you. Before you do, take this key with you. It goes to the Wandering Tree. Going there is supposed to tell it, let people see clearly, so it's visible. So yeah, Mayor Wraith is obviously evil. He's holding on to the Triforce. I'll have to get that gem thing for him. I'm guessing from the Wandering Tree. Or Wandering Tree. Wandering Tree? Wandering Tree? I'm probably mispronouncing that and just pissing off everybody who's watching this. So to all 3 of you, I apologize. Again, I'm going to get the message of no visitors because I'm sure there's no way that... We're pre-2.5, so I'm sure there's no, like, flag that updated there. Yep, no visitors allowed since the Moblin stole this great gem. Slashy Joe. I'm Slashy Joe. Sorry, but I'm not in the mood to teach anyone Slash right now. My friend Brock was wandering through the woods and saw some moblins kidnapped his dog and took him to the Wandering Tree. If you can save the dog, then I will teach you how to Slash as a reward. At least I'll get it early on, then. Need music to be able to open up that fairy fountain. Should be a way to open that up somewhere. To the north, the Wandering Tree. To the west, Hyrule Field. To the east, Treetop Village and the Lost Woods. It's a big world. The world's waiting for you, kid. Oh, hey, dog. Isn't that the dog that I was looking for? I thought he was kidnapped and went to the Wandering Tree. I wonder why he's here? Maybe that's where I gotta take him back to? Yes, my solution was also to slash the dog. I understand that that probably doesn't sit well with a lot of people. I apologize. Obviously need to burn that tree. Right after I said I'm sorry for cruelty to animals, I talk about burning down a forest. We're off to a great start today. Jose! Thinking of going through the Lost Woods? You'll save time if you just ask Mayor Wraith how to get through it. They aren't called the Lost Woods for nothing. Most likely you will wind up back here. Alright, so I did miss something by the Wandering Tree. I don't remember what was said in previous discussions. I think it was a one-time event. I will never find out, so I must, let's finish exploring the village at least before I go. Exciting village exploring. Oh, well, guess not. See, also, I understand that we're on an older quest, and that's just the way things were. Really hate barricades of that nature where it's like, no, you go no further. It doesn't feel like it's natural. It feels like it's strictly there as a barricade to further progression. In most cases, you can make that transition a lot smoother. Also, I don't like how enemies always return, seemingly. Oh, there it is. Sitting in the grass. I'm sure that's exactly what was said, and I'm just too stupid to remember.